Have you ever really stopped to think about the incredible engineering that's hidden right inside you? Today, we are diving deep into your body's master plan, the skeletal scaffold.
Okay, here's a weird one for you. What do you and a skyscraper have in common? I know, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But stick with me. What could possibly connect your body to a massive steel and glass structure? The answer? Well, it reveals something truly profound about how you're built. It's this brilliant architectural scaffold. And that right there is the key idea we're going to unpack. We are going to completely rethink your skeleton, not as just some simple frame, but as an absolute masterpiece of engineering. So let's dive into the body's master plan. We're going to start by challenging the way most of us were taught to think about our very own bones. You know, the conventional view kind of treats the skeleton like a coat rack, just a passive, rigid frame our muscles hang on. But the reality is so much more exciting. Your skeleton is a dynamic scaffold, an active system of engineered anchors that is absolutely essential for every single move you make. Okay, so how exactly is this scaffold engineered for movement? This is where the concept really starts to click, as we look at anchors, levers, and action. And this just nails the core principle. Think of a powerful crane lifting a heavy load. That crane is totally useless if it's not bolted to a solid concrete foundation, right? In your body, your muscles are the crane, but your bones, they're that non-negotiable, stable foundation. This brings us to a really crucial term, the muscle anchor point. Now, this isn't just some random attachment spot. It's a specific, non-moving point on a bone that gives a muscle something stable to pull against. Without that anchor, a muscle contracting would just be a spasm. It wouldn't create any useful motion at all. So here's the bottom line. All movement, and I mean all of it, boils down to these three simple steps. First, you have the anchor. That's your stable bone. Second, you have the lever, the bone that's going to move. And third, the action. The muscle contracts and pulls the lever towards the anchor. That's it. Anchor, lever, action. It's the formula for everything from waving hello to lifting a heavy weight. All right, let's make this real. Our first case study is the absolute keystone of your shoulder's architecture, the clavicle. You probably know it as your collarbone. Go ahead, feel for it right now. That S-shaped bone at the top of your chest. It might not seem like much, but get this. That bone is the only rigid, structural strut connecting your entire arm and shoulder to the rest of your skeleton. It's incredibly important. And because it's so important, it serves as a primary anchor point for some of the most powerful muscles in your upper body. We're talking about your main chest muscle, the pectoralis major, your big shoulder muscle, the deltoid, and even a part of your upper back, the trapezius. They all converge and anchor right here. So, okay, we've established it's a critical anchor for these major muscles. But what does this one anchor point actually empower you to do in your daily life? Well, it lets you do pretty much everything with your arms. Lifting a heavy bag of groceries, throwing a ball, pushing open a heavy door, even hugging someone you love. All of these actions rely on the clavicle providing a stable base for the muscles of your chest and shoulder to pull from. That is the power of a good anchor. Now let's move from the shoulder to the absolute center of your body's scaffold, the spine's central pillar, the thoracic vertebra. These are the 12 vertebrae that make up your upper and mid-back. They're unique because each one connects to a pair of ribs, which altogether form the solid, protective structure of your rib cage. You could really say they are the core of your core. And their role as an anchor is massive. I mean, they stabilize your entire torso, they provide attachment points for the deep muscles that keep you upright, they secure the rib cage to protect your vital organs, and most importantly, they form the literal foundation of good posture. Without this stable pillar, we'd all just slump over. So we've seen the anchors. Now let's put it all together and see what it means to live inside this incredible architecture every single day. And this is the real payoff. This isn't just a cool anatomy lesson. Understanding that your body is a scaffold, a system of anchors and levers, empowers you to move more efficiently, exercise more effectively, and carry yourself with better posture. You can literally use your body better. So if you remember anything, remember these key takeaways. Your bones are an active, dynamic scaffold, not a passive frame. This means strong anchor points are the non-negotiable foundation for any powerful movement. Thinking this way, you realize good posture is simply aligning your architecture correctly, and effective exercise is really just training your ability to use these anchors and levers properly.
And I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. We've spent this whole time establishing that your skeleton is the architectural scaffold. So let me ask you this. If your skeleton is the scaffold, what does that make your muscles? Think about that next time you move.